Friday Rock Nations. We are here in France. Download with Black Foxes. How are you?
I'm good. Very hot.
Very hot.
Very hot. Yeah, I'm British. I can't deal with it. But yeah, no, I'm good.
How it was on stage today?
It was incredible. I was saying to the guys earlier, I think that's probably the biggest outdoor stage we've ever done. We've done bigger like arenas and stuff, but it's really nice to be able to play something like that, especially first time in France. But to kind of see that we kind of belong on those stages, and it translates as well. Download's quite a heavy festival. We got a lot of softer songs, but the reaction was incredible. We said it was probably one of our favourite shows this year. So yeah, really, really good. Fantastic.
So you're a young band, with just one full-length album. How do you explain the success you have?
Sorry, say that.
How do you explain the success you have?
In my mind, we haven't had success yet. Success to me would be if we're doing this on the 8th, 9th, 10th album, and it's a proper career. And the one thing I will say is we're very humbled that this is our job.
Yes.
That's a very, very good feeling, but we know we're very early on in the bigger picture of things.
But I'm Not Well works very, very, very well.
Yeah, I mean it's done incredibly well. Yeah.
So that's why I thought about success.
Yeah, it's just
about the album that works very, very well.
Yeah, I think I'm Not Well. It's the sort of album we found that fans are finding it later. We're picking up fans the longer that album's been out because it's quite emotive rock. It tends to happen that way. We're not an overnight hype band. We're picking more and more fans up along the way. But the beauty of our fans is they're there for life. They're not going anywhere, which is wonderful. So it really connects with them.
What are the main influences of each musician on the band?
Main influences?
Yes, musical influences of each member of the band.
Well, me personally, I grew up with Hendrix and Zeppelin, Rory Gallagher, kind of Neil Young, no nonsense sort of guitarists, singer-songwriters.
Yes, not the same music you play.
No, although we did open the set today with Neil Young just for a laugh. But no, it is obviously very different. But we feel like we take not necessarily sonical influences from them, but personality influences definitely come through in our songs because of the honesty that we portray in writing music. I think the guys as well, they had a very similar upbringing. I mean, Ant and Tris is David Bowie and the Eagles, and so we were really fortunate to have parents that were very musical. And like the good stuff, like the really good stuff. So now it takes quite a lot for us to actually like music because we got brought up on the right music. So yeah. We know the word rock style, but not depression pop. It's written somewhere. Yeah.
What is the depression pop?
Someone came out with it in an interview and it kind of stuck. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't really like gimmicky phrases like that, but we thought it did sum up the music very well because it's kind of sad, but at the same time it's on radio and people can pick it up. So depression pop felt pretty good. It's like Placebo. It's like, yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah. I'm fine. People can call us what they want. Okay, I don't care.
It's rock. No?
Yeah, it's rock. Who cares?
What do you think when media or the fans compares your music to grunge music or Nirvana, sometimes Placebo? I heard sometimes Placebo. So what do you think about that comparison?
I think it's fair. I think it's a fair comparison. And specifically our drummer, he's very much Nirvana fan. So drum-wise, it's just that big, huge drum sound. I get that. Personally, I got into Placebo a lot later on in my life, like only sort of 2-3 years ago. But I've had the Placebo thing a lot, singing like vocally. Yes. I get that a lot. At the end of the day, I'm not here to sit and tell people what I think of their comparisons to our music. I think it's wonderful that they can take any sort of comparison and put it onto us. At the end of the day, we've only had one album out, so people have to pigeonhole us. They have to, because it's so fresh. They have to go, oh, they sound like this.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so whatever they sound, whatever, as long as it's not fucking Justin Timberlake, I don't really care. It's all good.
I'm Not Well is a strange name. That means that the songs, the topics of the songs are very sad. Tell me about Black. Tell me more about that.
When we were just writing the album, it was very apparent that the music was very honest. It was, there's no gimmicks behind it. So I felt I would have done it a disservice if I wasn't writing honest lyrics. And that's just what came out on my chest at the time. I was going through anxiety and depression and all that stuff, so I wrote about it. It's as simple as that. It wasn't planned to be an album that other people would listen and go, wow, I can relate to that. But it's wonderful that that's actually become the case. Like the amount of people that message me every day, kids, which is great because it's a lot harder for kids to speak out, I think. Yeah, it's like obviously helped them out a lot, which is wonderful. But like I said, it wasn't actually intended to be that way. We just wrote an honest album, so yeah. But we've done that now, so we move on to the next thing.
I'm Not Well has been released in August last year, so you will probably have new songs now ready for new album. Tell me more about some plans that you have. Is the new songs will be like the older one? Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so we leave Paris tomorrow, and then we've got 2 to 3 weeks off to finish up the writing for the next album, and then we record it the month after. So it's really soon. We've pretty much got all the songs. We said to ourselves we wanted 17 to go in with, not for an album, but probably 10, 11 tracks we'll use of that. But we've got coverage. We're already at 15, so we only need to write a couple more. And the writing is so swift at the moment. It's going, we're just churning them out, and we're so stoked with the content. It feels a lot more mature. Like I was listening to I'm Not Well the other week, and listening back, songwriting-wise, a lot of it felt very immature. We were young when we wrote it, to be honest. We were sitting on those songs for a couple of years before we signed the album deal. So there are 3 or 4 of those tracks that I wrote 4 or 5 years ago. So I can hear specifically the nuances and stuff that are very poor songwriting wise. So this new album we've really dug in, and I think it's a huge step up sonically.
Yes, and about the style, is it the same style of the first album?
It still sounds like Black Foxes, but I would say that listeners are going to listen to it and it's going to be a lot more refined sound. It's a lot more dynamic. I don't know if you're a fan of Nick Cave.
Yes.
But I've taken quite a lot of influence from Nick Cave, not obviously like how it sounds. Absolutely. Because Nick Cave's a very different artist. Absolutely. But the way he goes about composing songs, he's probably my favourite composer, him and Warren Ellis at the moment. So it's very dynamic, which the old one was as well, to be fair, but the highs are massive and it really strips back. And there's some songs which just kind of poddle along, and we're gonna add a lot of instrumentation, strings, and so I can't wait. Recording is my favourite part of being in a band, so yeah, I can't wait.
And when it will be released, this album?
Early next year. We'll have some singles out this year. Okay. So yeah, but I wouldn't want to say any more than that.
And the new album has yet a name?
No, nothing like that. Absolutely nothing like that. No exclusives.
We want to know for.
Yeah, I'd like to know. You tell me. What would you call it? Yeah, I've got no idea.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much for all these informations about Black Foxes, and I hope the new album very soon.
Yeah.
We want to listen to those new songs. we will be there to support the band, of course.
Well, we absolutely love France, and we'll be back ASAP, so yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guys.
Hi, I'm Mark from Black Foxes, and you're watching United Rock Nations on YouTube. Enjoy.